Hello, everyone. Welcome. My name is Maro. I'm so glad you could join me for this full body stretch, for some mindful breathing and mindful movement to take with you into the day. So let's jump right in. We'll start in tabletop on hands and knees. I highly recommend a folded blanket or a towel for under the knees. So coming into table, knees directly under the hips, hands under the shoulders, or maybe more in line with the face, spreading the fingers nice and wide. Really feel all 10 fingertips, both palms gently pressing into the mat. Once you arrive there, go ahead and drop your belly, feeling an arch in the spine, lifting the tailbone, lifting your chest a little, your gaze. And then check in with the shoulders. Let's make sure the shoulders are moving away from the ears and down the back as you come into cow pose. So once you arrive here, feel free to take a big breath in through the nose. And as you exhale, begin to round and tuck from the tailbone up the back, releasing the head and neck. So inhaling, arch the spine, dropping the belly, lifting the tailbone and the gaze. Breathing out to round and tuck. Let's do this a few times here. Inhaling deeply for cow pose. Exhaling fully for cat pose. So find your own rhythm here. You can move at your own pace, using your own breath. And allowing each inhale to lengthen every time you come into cow pose. And inviting the exhalation to deepen with each cat pose. Just a few more like this, checking in with the body, noticing how things feel today without any judgment or reaction. We're just observing and honoring our body as it is in this moment. And then from here, you can continue your cat-cows or feel free to find any organic movement that might feel good for you. So maybe from cow pose, you explore shifting the hips side to side, see how that feels. Maybe even the shoulders side to side. And then finding any organic movement here. You could even see what it feels like to shift the hips to the right, maybe looking over the right shoulder, creating this C shape with the spine, and then switching sides. Hips to the left, looking over the left shoulder. And you can also explore this movement in cat pose, rounding the spine, really release the head and neck, and then play around with shifting the hips side to side. See how that feels on the low back, in the back body, inviting the shoulders here in this movement. And then creating that C shape in cat pose. So maybe the hips go to the right and you look over the right shoulder while maintaining that rounding in the spine as best you can. And then switching sides, shifting the hips to the left, looking over the left shoulder. It's kind of hard to keep that rounded shape, but try your best. Good. Any other organic movement here? Just 2 breaths. No rules. Just feel things out. Maybe even close your eyes. Coming back to neutral, tuck those toes for a little foot toe stretch and send the hips back as far as they can go. All right, there's no magic to being able to sit on your heels, but just aim for that direction. And then let the wrists get a little break here, spreading the fingers really wide. Give them a break and breathing in to come back through center. Breathing out to send the hips back. Breathing in to come up. Breathing out for a toe and foot stretch. See how that feels today. Inhaling deeply. This time as you exhale, lift the hips, send them up and back for downward facing dog. You might need to adjust the feet a little or the hands, finding that perfect spot for you to be in your upside down V shape. And once you land there, let's pedal the feet side to side, left and right, exploring some organic movement in our down dog, getting a deeper stretch in the back of the legs. So maybe when the left leg bends, the hips shift a little to the left, feeling that stretch, maybe on the right side of the torso, right leg, and then you can switch sides, exaggerating that bend in the right knee, sending the hips to the right a little, noticing what that feels like. And then just check in with the fingers, spread the fingers nice and wide, feeling all 10 fingertips, really important to help support your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders. It all starts with the touch point of the hands on the mat to keep you safe. Good. And then let's find a still down dog here. So you're pressing the floor away. Really let the head and neck go. Relax in the head and neck. Hug the armpits into the chin. Micro bend in the knees as you stick your bum up towards the ceiling, where the ceiling meets the wall, actually. Aim for that with your bum. Good. Feel length in the spine. Let's take 2 deep breaths here. One more breath. You got this. And mindfully drop the knees into table. Good job. Stepping the right leg through. Coming up for low lunge. You can tuck the back toes if you need to. Let's rotate the wrists in one direction. Rotating them the other way. And let the right hand rest on the right thigh. Breathing into lengthen, telescoping the torso up, lengthen through the left fingertips. And as you breathe out, a hint of a side bend to the right. So hold here and breathe, feeling the stretch in the top of the left thigh, maybe the left side of the torso, maybe even up the left arm. So notice the sensations of stretch. One more breath here. Breathing in to come back through center. Breathing out to release this down. Come back through table. Let's inhale, drop the belly, lift your tailbone, your gaze for cow pose. Open your mouth and sigh this to cat. Inhaling for cow pose. Open mouth, sigh to cat. Inhaling cow. Open mouth, sigh, cat pose. Back through center, left foot forward. Breathing in to come up. Low lunge on the other side. Let's flick the fingers. And relax the left hand on the left thigh. Breathing in to reach through the right fingertips. Telescoping the torso. Feel a lift in the spine as you breathe in. And as you breathe out, a hint of a side bend to the left. You don't need to go too far. You'll feel this. So notice the stretch sensations in the top of the right thigh, right side of the torso, maybe the right arm. Just check in and breathe into that space. Breathing in through center. Breathing out. Let's drop this down, stepping that back foot forward for a standing forward fold. Inhaling deeply. Let's really bend the knees generously as you release the head and neck. And breathing out, work towards straightening the knees as much as they can. Okay, there's no magic to having the legs perfectly straight. We're just feeling things out in our bodies today. Breathing in to bend the knees generously. Breathing out, work towards straightening the legs. One more. Inhale deeply. Exhaling to feel the stretch in the back of the legs. From here, hold opposite elbows. Again, a generous bend in the knees as we sweep and sway side to side for ragdoll. Check in with the head and neck. Sometimes the neck likes to hold up the head. Really just let it hang. Just hang heavy here. And breathe. Releasing the hands, mindfully stepping one foot back, drop the knee, the other foot back, drop the knee. Good. Maybe toes together, knees wide for a child's pose, or knees together. You can also use a block for under the forehead. So find a variation of child's pose that works for you. If this doesn't feel good, no worries. Just lift the hips up for more of a puppy pose here. So wherever you are, just allow yourself to be there for a few breaths. And I want you to imagine that I've placed my hands on your back. And I whisper in your ear, breathe into my hands. So breathing in such a way through the nose that your back body lifts. The ribs expand. Maybe the low, mid, upper back expand as much as they can. Making my hands move. And as you exhale, allow yourself to soften a little more in whatever shape you're in, puppy or child's pose. So breathing in deeply through the nose, make my hands move. Breathing out fully from the nose or the mouth, allow yourself to soften and melt. Inhaling purposefully. Exhaling completely. Good. From here, we'll slowly come up to find a seat. Take your time lifting yourself up. And let's sit on something. I'm going to take my blanket and fold it one more time so I can sit on my blanket. You can sit on a block, a bolster, pillows, or a folded blanket, just like me. So let's make sure that the knees are not lifted too high up. If the knees are really higher than the hips, then find yourself sitting on something taller. Maybe you stack two big pillows. So let's try to relax the knees down and then make sure you're sitting on your sits bones. I like to lean to one side, pull the flesh away, do the same thing on the other side. Good. Relax the arms by your sides and breathing in through center. Reach the arms out and up. Breathing out to twist to the left. Continue to flow with me here first. Breathing in through center. Breathing out, twist the other way. One more. Inhale, center. Exhaling to twist and hold here, relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. Check in with the spine. Make sure you're sitting nice and tall. And you can use that hand that's behind you to anchor yourself on the floor. Awesome. Breathing in to lengthen in the spine, like it could get taller. And as you exhale, just gently move towards the twist. Move into the twist. Maybe it's just a centimeter more. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhaling to twist. Breathing in, come back through the center. Breathing out, twist the other way to the right. Hold here, continue to breathe. Shoulders away from the ears. You're sitting nice and tall. So we're not rounding into the twist. If you feel like you're rounding into it, then gently come out of it. Readjust yourself, sitting tall. And with that tall spine and the chest up, you'll move into the twist. So once you land there, breathe in through the nose, lengthen through the spine. And as you breathe out, just feel the sensations of stretch. Maybe even twist just a little more. One more breath. Breathing in through the center, reach the arms up. Maybe you look up, hands at your thighs. Let's drop the chin towards the chest. And inhaling left ear to left shoulder gently without any strain or force. Breathing out to drop the chin to chest. Breathing in right ear, right shoulder. Breathing out, drop the chin to chest. One more on each side. Inhale, left ear, left shoulder. Breathing out. Inhale, right ear, right shoulder. And exhaling fully. Bring the palms together, hands at heart. Let's pause together for a moment of reflection. Pausing for a moment of mindfulness as you feel and follow just one breath. And last but not least, pausing for a moment of gratitude for showing up today, for practicing, moving, breathing, and being mindful. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone, today. Feel free to use this video as many times as you need. Namaste. I wish you an awesome day.